Hello class, today's lesson is on equivalent units and conversions. A unit is a way to measure a quantity. We have different units. There's distance, there's units that deal with volume, and there's units that deal with weight. And these are the types of units that they have under each category. When we do unit conversions, you cannot mix between the categories. There's also time. Time is like days, weeks, months, years. Obviously, you can't compare, let's say, a week to a liter because they're not the same thing, right? So please make sure you pause this and write it down. And again, so like I was saying in the last slide, you cannot compare two quantities using a ratio if they cannot be expressed as the same unit. So you can compare volumes, and you can compare time and time. You can compare weight versus weight. You cannot compare between volume and weight, or time and weight. So let's try this. Try it on your own first. Pause it. So state whether each of the following can be expressed as a ratio. Please pause this video and try it on your own first. So let's see what you got. 6 kilograms and 84 kilograms. Well, they're both kilograms, and we know that that is weight. So yes, these can be expressed as a ratio. Next one, we have 72 feet and 2 yards. These are both measuring distance, feet and yards. So yes, these two can also be expressed as a ratio. We also have here 3 ounces and 30 inches. Now, ounce is a weight, like how heavy something is. 3 ounces, it's not very heavy. And 30 inches, this is a distance. So no, they are two separate categories. They cannot be expressed as a ratio. All right, let's try the next slide. Try this on your own. State whether each of the following can be expressed as a ratio, similar to the last slide. Pause it, and let's see how you do. So, let's see how you did. We have 6 centimeters and 60 grams. Well, centimeters measures distance, and grams measures weight. So no, they cannot be expressed as a ratio. We have kilograms here and meters. Kilograms is a weight and meter is a distance. So no, it cannot be expressed as a ratio. Over here, number 6, we have 12 grams and 45 kilograms, and they are both weight. So yes, yes, they can be expressed as a ratio. And the last one, we have 87 feet and 93 yards. These are both distances. So yes, they can be expressed as a ratio. Let's try the next slide. Oh, here's a problem. You need to express this ratio, 7 kilograms and 21 grams in simplest form. Well, we know that kilo means 1,000. So kilo means 1,000. Please write this down. So there are 1,000 grams. Check your reference sheet. There are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram, because kilo means 1,000. So there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So it says we need to express this in the simplest form. So we have 7 kilograms equals how many grams? Well, we know that there's 1 kilogram, 1,000 grams, excuse me, in 1 kilogram. So we have 7,000 grams in 7 kilograms. So they want you to create this ratio. So we can say that there are 7,000 grams because we're writing it in place of 7 kilograms. We're writing 7,000 grams to 21 grams. And we have to figure out how to reduce this in simplest form. So let's see. We can divide by 7. So if we divide by 7, this turns into, I'm going to write it over here, this turns into 1,000. And if we divide 21 by 7, we get 3. So the ratio of 7 kilograms to 21 grams is 1,000 grams to 3 grams. We have to put them in the same unit. All right? You need to watch this section again. Let's try the next slide. So this is practice. Try to pause it and see if you can do it on your own first, and I will be going over it. So we have 13 centimeters to 2 meters. Well, how many 13 centimeters goes in here? So we have to change them to the same unit. We have to change them both to centimeters. We have to think how many centimeters is in a meter. So centimeter, think like a century. There's 100 years in a century. So there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So if that's true, like they show over here, in 2 meters, then there are 200 centimeters. Right? So if that is true, then we can just write 200 centimeters over here. Right? And so let's see, can we reduce? We cannot reduce because 13 is a prime number. It doesn't go into 200. So our ratio here is 13 to 200. Okay, let's try this next one. So we have 5 kilograms and 13 grams. Well, we know, like we said in the last slide, there's 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram because kilo means 1,000. So in 5,000 kilograms, there are 5,000 grams. So we can write 5,000 grams in place of this 5 kilograms. So 5,000 grams to 13 grams. And we cannot reduce, so we're going to leave it as 5,000 to 13. That is our ratio. Okay, let's try one more. We have 9 milliliters to 7 liters. So we have to figure out, let's change them both into milliliters. It has to be in the same form. So we have to think 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. Okay, so how many milliliters are in 7 liters? We just have to multiply by 7. This is an equivalent ratio or a proportion. So there are 7 milliliters. So this, the second one, this is 7,000. And over here is still 9 because it's in the same unit, milliliters. Right? So then our ratio, I don't think we can simplify. So our ratio is 9 to 7,000. Okay, let's try the next slide. Asha mixes 50 milliliters of yogurt, 100 milliliters of orange juice, and 250 milliliters of milk to make a regular smoothie. What is the ratio of the amount of yogurt to the amount of orange juice to the amount of milk? Okay, so we have to create a ratio of the amount of yogurt, I'm going to write it all out, to the amount of orange juice to the amount of milk. And they're all in milliliters, so I can leave it in the same form. So it's 50 to 100 to 250. And we can reduce, so we will. Let's reduce by, let's divide each one by 10, so we take off the 0. So it turns into 5 to 10 to 25, and it has to stay in the same order, remember. So we can reduce again. It looks like we can divide by 5, so this turns into 1, because 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5, this is a 2. 25 divided by 5, this turns into 5, and so this is the ratio of the amount of milk, the amount of yogurt to the amount of orange juice to the amount of milk. So, part B. If Asha has 1 liter of milk, how many regular smoothies can she make? Well, we have to think. So, she needs 250 milliliters to make a regular smoothie. So if she has 1 liter of milk, so she has, let's see, make a ratio. She has 1 liter of milk. How many of these can she make? So we have to make a conversion. So we know in 1 liter there are 1,000 milliliters of milk, or just milliliters. So let's leave this alone because it's just milliliters, and we are going to simplify or reduce. So we know we can divide by 10, so we cross a 0 off. This turns into 100 to 25. This looks like we can divide by 25, so this turns into 4 to 1. So she can make 4 smoothies. Okay, and let's try part C. Asha wants to make regular smoothies for herself, her 2 friends, and a small smoothie that is half the size of a regular smoothie for her younger brother. How much yogurt, orange juice, and milk will she need? So she is making 1, 2, 3 and a half smoothies. So she's making 3 and 5/10, 3.5 smoothies. So let's see. She will need, if we're talking about yogurt, orange juice, and milk, we're going to add all those ingredients together. Let's see. She'll need, can just multiply. How much yogurt will she need? This is yogurt. Okay. Oh, I'm running low on juice. So she'll need, let's see. If we multiply, we get, I need to do this the other way. Let's see, times 0, 5 times 5 is 25, this is 17, so that's 175, because we count 1 decimal place. So we have 175 milliliters of yogurt. We need how much milk, how much orange juice. So we're multiplying by 100. So this is orange juice. So 3 and 5/10 times 100. We're just going to multiply by 100. So we're moving our decimal place over 2 spots. So that's 350 milliliters. And we need, for milk, 3 and 5/10 times 250. And that is, let me do my work over here, 250 times 0, 25, this is 12, this is 0, it's a 5, it's a little messy. And this is carry our 1, no more, this is a 1, 6, 7. So we have, let's see, 1 decimal place, we need 875 milliliters of milk. Oh, there you go. All right, let's see what else we have. Pause this and try it on your own. There's not too many conversions in here, so I think you can do it. This is one homework problem that you need to do, so make sure you pause and do it. Let's try the next one. And this is your homework. All right, so please try it, and I will see you on Monday.